Brody, let's start with you.
Yeah.
You know, there's a new coach at Mercer.
Absolutely.
But he's not a new coach for you because you were with him last year. So what led you to make that decision to follow him?
So it was really just, man, I love Coach Taylor. I think that Coach Taylor, you know, he's very respectable in the fact that he's going to tell you straight up how it is. And I just, that's what I truly respect about him. And on top of that, you know, he was like, I really want you to come to Mercer. And on top of that, Coach Davis, you know, he had recruited me to West Georgia. He wanted me to come to Mercer. And those two guys that I truly respect. So it was really an easy decision to come to Mercer.
And Cameron or Cam?
Cam.
Okay, Cam, you're also new at Mercer after playing at Florida Atlantic last year. So what stood out to you about Mercer when making your decision to come here?
I was at Mercer. I was at West Georgia with Coach Taylor.
Oh, you were at West Georgia?
Yeah,
Okay.
previous staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So what made you want to come here?
I want to say it was a no-brainer, and the biggest thing for me was just the respect that I have Coach Taylor. I had a great connection with him off the field and on the field, you know. So, you know, I'm an advocate for, you know, how he coaches his team and how he carries himself around other people and the things that you can learn from him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a no-brainer for me when, you know, I got the opportunity to come to Mercer.
Of course, you got the same guy at the top, but the overall school is different,
Right.
And you know the overall environment is different. So, what would you say, both of y'all, is the biggest difference you see from West Georgia and Mercer?
I would just say how much they pour into every aspect of the school. You know, Mercer is a huge academic school. It comes with a lot of responsibility in the academic side, but they pour in so much into the athletic department as well that you really feel like they're pushing for you to win. You know, that's what they want, and they're going to give you every resource to do that.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what you said, because, you know, like at West Georgia, you know, everything is basically the same. It's just more so the effort and the resources that you have. You know, Mercer might be a tad bit more strenuous when it comes to your academics, but as far as, you know, the help and the resources that you have access to, it's limitless, you know. So I appreciate that a lot about Mercer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys are coming into a school that was just predicted to win the SoCon. But not only just predicted, they also were back-to-back SoCon champions, first time in over 6 years that's happened. You guys feel any pressure coming in here this year to live up to, you know, the standard that's been the standard?
Not at all, honestly. You know, like I like to, you know, just control the controllables and, you know, be prepared as we can be, you know, play our game and do what we can do. I do try to, you know, tune out the outside noise a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you know, you just want to control what you can control within your team, you know, hold guys accountable and things like that. So I feel like as long as we play our game and do what we need to do, you know, and off the field, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and I completely agree. I think that you just kind of have to tune out everything around you. I think that we got to come in week in and week out, especially in the SoCon, with our best foot forward. You know, trust the coaches, trust us players, and, you know, come out with what we have every week.
So now, before I let y'all go, can I get one word to describe this team entering this year?
I would say attack. That's our mentality. You know, Coach. That's one thing Coach Taylor brought with him, and I think that has really stuck with the team. I think that's something that we all work to do is attack everything we do, whether that's a run, a lift, anything that team-wise, we just try to attack everything.
I'm going to say intentional. I feel like a lot of this offseason, you know, we put in a lot of time and a lot of effort getting to know each other and just being intentional with everything we're doing. You know, every school in the conference get the same amount of time, you know, to prepare for the game. So it's like what you do in that time, what, you know, how you spend all your minutes, how you spend your days. So just intentional is the best word I can describe.
Absolutely.
Intentional and attack. If you guys attack intentionally, you guys might win a lot of games this year.
Yes,
so
sir.
Absolutely.
Best of luck to y'all.
Absolutely.
Rest of the season. And
Nice to meet you,
forward
man.
to watching
Appreciate
y'all
the
play.
opportunity.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
all right, now we are here with Joel Taylor,
Yep.
head coach of the Mercer Bears. First time you're hearing that at a media day is today, because in the past, you know, you were defensive coordinator at Mercer.
Yeah.
2020 to 2023.
Yep.
What was it about Mercer back then that stood out to you that made you want to come back?
I'll be honest, man, the growth. I'm a big grow guy. You know, I'm always trying to grow every single day. You know, if you grow every day, everything take care of itself. That's how I kind of see life in a sense. But getting there in 2020 during COVID and seeing how we took that place to what it was, and then, you know, Coach Jacobs took it a little bit further, and now I want to see if I can take it even further, right? You talk about the success that Mercer's had the last 2 years, we want to try to replicate that on a national level. Because I think the goal is always to win a national championship. And just with the SoCon, the strong tradition, the 12 championships, the old App State, Georgia Southerns, I think that is always a goal for any team in the SoCon. But that's always been a goal of mine since I've been, a young coach. And to have that opportunity in front of us, it's awesome. I just think, Mercer just is a place of growth, man. Like when you talk about some of the things as far as strong leadership, you talk about the commitment to excellence for our administration, growing fan base, great facilities, academically, we're kind of the Ivy League of the South. And then you talk about, the location. You're talking about you're in Georgia. Holy smokes! We can get to we can get to 5 states within 3.5 hours. So all those things, man. I think we can build something that's going to be really, really special. And that's what drew me back to Mercer.
And you mentioned that you're trying to take it even further.
Yeah.
But to do that, right, you'll have to do it without some big losses to the transfer portal for any team.
Tremendous losses.
But of course, you guys lost, the reigning Buck Buchanan Award winner and the reigning Jerry Rice Award winner. So, what's your overall thoughts on the portal? Of course, you had the good and the bad. What's your overall thoughts?
Oh man, my overall thoughts is I like it, but I don't like it. And what I mean by that is I just think it has to be a little bit more regulated. I do think, young people should have an opportunity to leave and go somewhere else, but I think they make those decisions not based off academics. They base it off of if they don't like a coach or if they don't like a situation, and not learning how to manage a situation. But I think that, like I said, the good is if they want to go to another place or they made a poor decision with the first place, they have an opportunity to go somewhere. And I think the other thing too is that's positive about it is, for us, we lost a lot of people. We were able to bring in 75 new people, and I think they're the right people. We got a chance to recruit those guys in. So, even though you lose some really, really good players, I think you have an opportunity to bring in some really, really good players as well. But I do think it needs to be managed in a better way.
75 players. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, how many of those players? Nah, you're not going to know. That's too much. I was going to say how many on the defense, but you got to get down to the exact number there.
Yeah.
But, of course, defensive coordinator when you were here last, defensive coach, and it's been a big identity of Mercer in recent years. One of the best defenses, I would say, in the past few years in the entire FCS. So, how would you envision 2026 defense performing? What are your expectations of the group?
To be better. To be better. And at the end of the day, I think, we did a really good job when I was here prior. And a lot of those guys were still on the football team when Jacobs came in. And they helped them win that first SoCon championship. So the foundation is there, of being a really good defensive team. So I think the expectations are there. Our guys understand that as well. But like I said, nobody's expectations is higher than mine, So I do think we have some really, really good players. I know you lose, Andrew Zock, but a lot of people don't know about Kobe McGinnis. They don't know about Marquise Williams. They don't know about Braden, Braden Dudley. Like, they don't know about these kids, and they're gonna get a chance to see those kids first game. So they get a chance to build their own legacy. But I'll be honest, when you talk about having a Braden Manley, then an Andrew Zock, like the foundation has been set. So hopefully we can continue with the good players that come through here.
And when it comes to good players lead to good games, lead to good wins.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
So Mercer, they've won a lot of games. 2-time defending SoCon champion. It used to be, every year it's a revolving door, like the NFC East of FCS football. That's what it used to be. Now it's Mercer is on top. Y'all trying to be the Kansas City Chiefs of the SoCon. That's what it's kind of changed to. So what's it going to take for y'all to do a three-peat?
That's a great question. I think when I think about it first, I think you got to get lucky. The ball has to dang on bounce your way in some games. No different than Indiana when they had the Penn State game. They had to have a last-minute drive, to go 16-0 and gain that momentum. I think another thing is health, right? Your frontline guys, they're probably locked and loaded, they're ready to go. But if a frontline guy goes down, can that backup, right, be just as good as that frontline guy? So just having that depth, I think, will be important. The next thing I think is about our preparation. How are we preparing each and every game? How have we done a nice job of preparing now, right? You're talking about spring ball, summer, like all those to me are opportunities to prepare for what's coming. I tell our kids all the time, you're not preparing for a game, you're preparing for a moment. Okay, everybody's preparing for a game, right? But what are you doing extra to prepare for your moment when that moment does come? And then I think the last piece I think we got to do is we got to execute. I don't care what offense we run, don't care what defense we run, don't care what special teams we run. If we ain't executing at a high level, then it really doesn't matter. So those are the things I think. Those 4 things I think we have to do well to repeat if we want to repeat.
All right, Coach, before I let you go, I've asked everybody this question who's come through sitting in these chairs. So I got to ask you too. Give me one word to describe this team entering this year.
Attack. Attack is our brand, our motto, our identity. And basically what attack means is it means attitude, toughness, togetherness, accountability, character, and knowledge. All 6 of those things that I just mentioned are all controllable. Okay? To me, when you think about successful people, nobody's done anything of great importance by being cool, by being laid back. They had to get up every single day and attack the day. And that's what we're going to be known as, of attacking the day, attacking academics, attacking everything that we do. And if we can attack the day, we're going to grow every day, and we're going to be successful. We don't have to worry about what the scoreboard is going to be. We don't have to worry about the referee making a bad call. You ain't got to worry about your playing time. Like, just control what you can control, attack the day, and that would be the one word I would say that would define us.
All right, Coach. Well, that's all I got for you. And I will say, you did get another person say attack from the players.
So it's wearing off on them.
It's working.
That's lovely.
They're listening to you.
That's good. I appreciate it.
Best of luck this season, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, and good luck.
Thank you.